It's Monday, the 1st of September, the 5-minute morning miner VSA. It has a bit of an autumnal feel about today. It's also Labor Day in the US, and I'm with Paul Rankin. How are you, Paul?
I'm all right, thank you. Just fine.
Good to hear it. Well, precious metals are certainly hitting the headlines with strength in gold and silver. Silver 40.57. That's the first time since 2011. And I've been keeping an eye on the exchange rate fund flows, and holdings have expanded for the 7th consecutive month, the longest run of inflows since 2020. If we take ourselves back to June of the year, the Saudi Central Bank bought some iShares Silver Trust. So I wonder whether other central banks might follow. But we'll leave that aside for the time being and focus on the news. And first of all, Paul, could you comment on MAC Copper Harmony?
Yes, that's right. The Matt Copper shareholders did approve the merger or to be bought out by Harmony Gold, and Harmony put out a press release essentially to that effect. Now, the benefit for Harmony is it gives them immediate cash flow from a asset outside their current geographic focus. That being the CSA copper mine. And it's a long life asset as well that adds about 40,000 tons per annum of copper metal to the Harmony portfolio right away. And with that diversification, therefore, it should be a more significant player in the global copper space. So makes sense for Harmony to get a deal here, particularly on terms which you can argue would probably be a little bit on the less expensive side, particularly if the copper market is going to go in the direction that most people think it will in the next couple of years.
Certainly is, and that copper's been nudging up towards 10,000 a ton as well. So moving on from that news, could you comment on the test work in South Africa, confirmations for Rainbow rare earth, successful mixed rare earth oxide upgrading?
Yes, that's right. This is the continuing metallurgical test work on that mixed rare earths. They intend to recover from the Phalaborwa phosphate tailings down there in South Africa. They have had a particular design for the plant which would remove some of the complexity of the plant and processing steps, but it did require that this kind of test would demonstrate that they could upgrade the concentrates produced to commercial grades, essentially. And this testing has, in fact, successfully achieved that. So they can get well into the plus 90% range, which is the commercial value on the global markets for the concentrations. So very successful there, and it allows them to reduce the capex on what will be the processing plant in due course, according to expectation.
So positive implications therefore. Perhaps moving on, could you comment on the interim results released by Pulsar?
Pulsar Helium, that's a VSA client, so we'll give them a mention here at this point. It's the interim results coming in with a net loss for the period out to June 30 of $8.5 million. They have been pretty good details here on given in the last several months on the progress on their jet stream wells. And this is assessment of flow rates and discovery for helium in some Minnesota business that they're pursuing over there. It has been successful with an open flow rate, non-assisted, of 500,000 cubic feet per day from that Jetstream 1, and then they have agreed with a fundraising in order to go with a development program of up to 10 wells in the coming months. So looking pretty positive there at this point. They had a fundraise as well, a post-period of end, which has brought in additional funds toward this purpose. So making good progress.
Very good. We're probably coming up to our allotted time, but are there any other thoughts that you'd like to share with us of the news that's come out this morning?
Only to say very quickly that we had some exploration news out from various tiddlers like like Great Western and Great Southern mining on their copper projects that you might have a take look at. Galileo Resources as well on their Kalahari project. So those pieces in the news too.
Very good. Thanks very much for your thoughts, Paul. We'll wrap it up here and wish everyone a good day.
Very good. See you tomorrow.
This podcast has been produced and edited by VSA Capital. It is intended for information purposes and not as investment advice. The information is intended for recipients who understand the risks associated with equity investments in smaller companies. Please do your own research and do not rely on a single source when making an investment decision. VSA Capital may derive fees from this content and seeks to do business with the companies mentioned.